Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Alone in a Crowd. This is entry 2, I think. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to make another entry because earlier today, at the time of this recording, I finished a recording session for a podcast. The other podcast that we have here on the Space Podcast Network, the Joy and Resilience Practice Podcast. And seeing the feedback from that, from the people that I was recording, from the people who have listened to it, I don't know, it struck me as it's just interesting because it made me think, like, maybe I've been just lacking in confidence in not only my ability to create that content in terms of the production of it, but also perhaps in what I have to say. My experiences and all that. Because before we started recording those episodes, both the one that I was a part of and these newer ones, I don't know, I was honestly, like, the podcasting side of things, I don't know, I was really kind of starting to push that away. I was like, you know what, no. The podcasting, I cared less about it than the photography, and I think that comes down to just, like, just thinking that, like, I don't really have anything to offer in terms of the podcasting. Like no one would really want to listen to me or hear what I have to say. And even the creation of this particular podcast has also, kind of helped to change that. But yeah, it's like when you are quiet, when you're a shy person, when you're a reserved person, and you have things that you want to say, do you feel like, or I don't know, like maybe it's just the neurodivergent part or something, or the introvert part, I don't know. But and I might not be unique in this, I don't believe I am. But it's like, you have things that you'd like to say, you'd like to be included, you'd like to have your voice be heard, But you also, in some ways, feel like you just almost don't deserve it. Or that, like, you don't want to open up because, for whatever reason, I'll be honest, my reason would be rejection. And I have kind of a rejection sensitivity, and also just from lived experience about, I have trouble opening up to people because of past traumas and things. But these last 2 weeks or so, maybe a week or and a half, I don't know, things have started to change. Now, with that being said, I still believe the podcasting to be secondary to the photography because that's that's always been my main focus, but I don't know. There's just something that feels different about it now. And there's also the awkwardness of, because I've been so reserved, never really been one to stand out or really share my insights, my reflections, I've only really done that to a select few people, that when I do get any positive feedback, any kind of appreciation or whatever, I almost don't know what to do with it. And that kind of becomes its own issue where it's like, I'm not sure how to react to it. It's like, okay, like someone has said something, complimented me, gave me whatever, and it's like, then I feel like my more measured response is going to come off as not being appreciative of it. But it's mostly because I have so little experience with it, I don't really know how to process it, like, outwardly. And so, yeah, I'm sure I'm not unique in that. I'm sure there's other shy, awkward people that feel the same way of like, and then you always second guess yourself. When that interaction is over, you're just like, oh, you think like, oh, shit, they must hate me now because I didn't say the right thing or whatever. But yeah, this is kind of an interesting moment or in a couple of days where like I feel good about it, but there's also this kind of awkwardness of like, I don't know like how to fully come off as to externally, I kind of express how much I appreciate that. But anyway, just a little, update thing, little reflection on how things have been going. Yeah. Guess I'll see you all in the next entry or the next episode that I guessed in or whatever it may be.